Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But it was down, I took the coffee over, so disgusting. Maggie! How are you doing alright? How are you feeling? As if you need to. Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget that you will, okay? Roger. And you! Yes? You better square this case away, got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? You screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. You already done that once, thank you. I think he's serious. Hey, detective, you're on slave for once, right? Yep. So you'll be able to help Maggie, alright? Really? Can you, sir? Of course! I've got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. So when they say it doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me? No? Can't take a face blame, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. Nothing can me. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong? Nothing, it's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You're talking to me!" It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty? So, Mr. Kodo, your opening statement, please. Mr. Try, whether you're a fake or the real deal, you'll find out soon enough through this. How do you tell you? I'm the Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you're a Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that funny me said. Trust me. Now then, Mr. Kodo, please summon your first witness. Let's start with formality, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name for the court. Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. Name is Police Department Detective. Occupation, Gumshoe. Oh, way around, detective. Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation is tied up in another case now. Gumshoe's very bad under control. For heaven's sake. I see, so Detective Gumshoe. Would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He's a professional programmer. It was on the payroll of Blue Screens Inc., a local company. Reminds me of the fact that when I was younger, I tried to get into a company called Blue Skies Industry when I was trying to apply for work experience. This is the victim's autopsy report. The court accepts this as evidence. And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were two other people in the restaurant. Mr. John Armstrong, the owner and chef. Name of Mr. Victor Kudo. So seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Come on, detective, take up the center. And now the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Yes, sir. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Alg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. The facts of the case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood? I already told you that wasn't me. Right, lorry ticket. Some kind of motive. Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown away out of proportion. You know what my golden rules is, detective. Chuck out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another. Huh? I don't get it. I'm saying you can always get another witness on the stand if able to chuck you out. So stick to the facts, detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too. It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. Miss Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? We stole the wrong one. And is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Press harder. Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lorry ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client. Yeah. I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. That's a $500,000 lottery ticket. One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. What? Order! Order! She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately. I better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial too, but it feels heavy now somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. Do you think that there are any contradictions in the testimony? Almost, she took my life. He was listening to his radio, you say? Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece? Should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it? Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used? So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else? Not sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid or was it powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. So the poison could have been anything that was on the table. sugar, salt, pepper. You put salt and pepper in your coffee, Trey. The victim took his coffee black, no sugar. Seems that the poison could only have been in the coffee. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? I am absolutely certain that the victim drank and used coffee. Huh? What do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. What proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh, hey! In case you're wondering, that last objection was for the detective now. For me? Oh, hey, you may be throwing the cork, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence. Not a piece, sir? Yes, that piece. What piece was it again? This. You gotta be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first degree burns. Oh, now I remember. This is the, victim's coffee cup. Yes. The victim's cup. Take a good look at it, man. Oh yes, it's unmistakable. This is clearly there is clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped down a bit of death and the waitress brought to her. Like this. Ugh. For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants. Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. Potassium cyanide? I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe? Wait, potassium cyanide. That's the poison that was involved. That was mentioned in the Doug Swole murder. Well, that's just lethal. It's too much on your history. Not just too much. A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish it. 0.2 grams? What's that? You know when you swab your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much. Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of. Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere. What? Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? So desperate for that to be true, it's practically crime. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Mrs. Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Objection. Yeah, that's what you... What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey! Sadly, the testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. There are the two testimonies tied up on that. Both said there was no other guy at the table. Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. That argument is about as weak as a coffee at Tribulations, right? I have in my possession a ticket. A ticket? It's more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant. That seems like it can't be blood, can it? Seems as though our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee. The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain is the most interesting thing I've seen. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course, I'm referring to Pocket. Pocket? Search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket. A ball of poison in Maggie's pocket? Yeah, Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What? Order! 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 The court will accept these items into evidence. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Kyoto. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court? Bloodstain? What bloodstain is that? Don't play games, prosecutor! The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron! That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a bloodstain. You don't need to be told, just look at it. Well, detective, could this stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? You must have gotten someone an apron while taking someone their breakfast that day. You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Well, it's done like that again, and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. I thought everyone knew what it was already. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence, they've all been clearly established. Well, Chai, seems you really are a phony after all. You really know to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of the investigation now. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. Must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found a lottery ticket and a bottle of poison, and that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. That sounds convinced to call you a real lawyer, right? Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So, let the fun begin. Now before you have to present the person. Nothing else missing from the crime scene, eh? Nah. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe? There's an old man who's regular at the restaurant when the incident happened. I'm obviously talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he yelled abuse at them, and seeds. Seeds! Was nothing. I caught each of them with my teeth. I guess not even Mighty Kyoto can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone apparently, so it was late reporting the crime. How long was the defendant unconscious? The officers got to the crime scene around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. Took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself. Maybe would have liked to carry out the search too. I'd love to see Maggie sleep like that, all pretty in pieces. You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher. Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about is the investigation. I guess I'm pretty red right now, ain't I? You didn't have any? Are you saying that through a stone then? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license, even a credit card on him, pal. Oh yeah, there's 58 cents in his wallet. 58 cents? Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal. The victim sounds like he was a fairly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? I want something here. No. Wait a sec. Did I say something dumb again? Let me paraphrase what you just testified to the court. The victim didn't have any form of ID. What he said, yes? Oh, that. So let down, he's got the whole sack in his shoulders and puppy eyes. Been going. There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket. Seems Mr. Glenelg visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations. I got the victim's name from the medical records of the doctor who prescribed the meds. That's reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask him more? The prescription bag. Because the potassium cyanide. So this whole medicine was in the bag. Well, actually the bag we found was empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. It was completely empty. And in an empty paper bag as evidence. Desperate, are you, Trey? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective? Well, the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? Hey, yeah, you nailed it, pal. Happens to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes. Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Sorry. So, Trey, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket. That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence? Well, I'd love to if I had any. So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for. Yeah, interesting. Sure that those two items are accounted for. Wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day? Oh yeah, the one the restaurant owner took. They won the whole dollar of it. What a lucky guy, huh? And they're just gonna let him get away with it? It was just $1, detective! Guess no one cares when it's that little. Except for Gumshoe. If I don't find a hole in this cess money, the judge is gonna hand down his verdict. Oh wait, the cyanide was there. Anyway, of course the cup would have her fingerprints on it. She's a fucking waitress. this whole thing for? Ah, prescription bag. Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There is just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh ho, finally! I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribulations. Where then did this medicine disappear to? You... Too, pal. Indeed! Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? The victim was killed by poison. And the victim's medicine basically disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been lethal poison itself. Or could have been swapped with the poison, you mean? Order! Order! Well, Mr. Gilder, what do you have to say to that? That's all. What? Read for the code name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. This clinic's name don't do anything. You, Otolarine, no, Otolarine, geological. God, that's a mouthful. What kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Gerdo? Hardly known, Your Honor. More like a bit of war wound, you could say. A war wound? The day before the incident, Mr. Elk found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his atrium. He ruptured his atrium? The mortal nerve was a prescription he was given, but a cream was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. What? It's mentioned in the autopsy report, if you read the fine print. They found traces of medication the victim's left ear. Yes, here it is, in very, very fine print. Seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was out at JBN. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication. Seems like this medication is irrelevant to the case after all. No. Nick, if you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. Besides, I can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? Only moments ago, Mr. Godo made the following statement. It seems Mr. O correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? Well, the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal. That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found in the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it is a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. You know as well as I do that medication is relevant. Hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide. Might have been in a case like that. Hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable. I was in a case involving potassium cyanide about 5 years prior. That's enough, Mr. Godo. Is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mm-hmm. His cockiness is starting to get on my nerves. Food in the hole, please. I would have meatballs tomorrow. I have meatballs tomorrow. he totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right? It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I lost my whole life. But it really hurt this time. I like someone punched me out in the stomach. Court will now be convened for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Kudo, you're the next witness, please. The prosecution calls lucky old timer who caught the show of a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Name and occupation, if you don't mind. My name is Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honor and duty will make me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times too. You don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation. My occupation? Listen, young'un, how much call do you think there is for kimono embroidery here? Kimono embroidery? That's what I do, or did, back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed. Wow, you're a craftsman. Not a dying breed. Hey, maybe you can embroider my costume sometime. Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I'd take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile. That burger joint would have been better off putting in the kitchen. Now then, witness, were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident? Oh yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javachino. Seeds? What do you think these are, I see. So you saw everything that happened, Gramps? Did I? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I did. I saw it all. Then please, tell the cop where all is. Sure, I'll tell you. I'll tell you every last detail. He's really getting into this. The young man was reading the sports paper. The serving girl brought him a Javachino, which he put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. And that's the serving girl right down to the defendant's chair. I remember her well. Mr. Kudo, she's not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress. Ah, here's Bowser's restaurant. All these newfangled words. What's wrong with old-fashioned ones, Newfangled? All this talk of radios and glasses, it's wireless and spectacles, I tell you. Excuse me. Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Kudo, that is a very grave accusation. Are you sure about this, though? Victor Kudo never makes mistakes. I do every T and cross every I. I see. My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving. I only need mine for long distance things. Not that I wear them. My bear's eyes are only really fine. He's got no waitress. Your Honor, we need more clarification on what was spent to the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask what the witness I'd like to ask that witness add what he knows about this first testimony. I agree. Witness, will you enlighten us, please? Sure. White powder. Nope. Nope. Did she really put that into the coffee? You dummy boy! She took some out of a small brown bottle and sprinkled it in. When's she been adding sugar? Sugar! In a small brown bowl like that? Like that? Witness, can you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms? About like this, perhaps? Oh, there it is. That's the one. That's a bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume. So I did you choose to put into the coffee? I've been declared, don't you? Ah. You said that I remember her well in reference to waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify about? Particular features? It's a disgrace, that's what it is. Sorry? You can see all the way up to her, you know, she's practically naked in that uniform. So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit. But I know what just such a uniform even mean. Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image. Don't get excited, Nick. You've got to keep yourself together. I guess I'll be kind of... no other things I recognize about her too. He seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Sure. You saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. What matters is whether that waitress was Maggie Bird or not. Right. Mr. Kudo, these other features that you recognize about the defendant, I would ask you to add them to your testimony. Sure. Nope. You do seem to remember several details of her appearance, but what about the most crucial detail of all, her face? As if I wouldn't remember that. The witness noticed the straps on the accused's apron. He is unlikely to make a mistake about her face. That's right, I can even tell you the colour of the ribbon in her hair. It was red. Fuck! So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight. There's no doubt you remember the waitress pretty well. What should I do? The identifying features you described are all things you would see from the back. So what? Is it possible that you never saw the waitress in the front hall? He's got you there, Gramps. People normally talk about facial features when asked to describe someone. But from this witness's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons. This is harassment. I tell you I'm not obsessed with straps and ribbons. I'm just saying. Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observed from the front, that is, to your testimony. Sure. Sod man's testimony getting longer and longer. If I can't find a home soon, it will get even longer, I bet. That's not Maggie, the hair's a bit longer at the back. Now, you didn't find anything to be distinct. You did clearly see the witness's face, yes? No question about it. I didn't come this far to back down now. Victor Kudo never backs down. That's not the answer I was looking for, but okay. Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this. Ah, no filthy thing with suit filth like you just perfectly. Actually reminds me of what my grandson looks like, just after he died. Have you ever seen this before? Of course I have. You think I'd be at something as dirty as that? Well, you half-witted clot. What? What is it? Ever since I said you half-witted clot, there's been a new silence in here. Mr. Kudo, is Ethan won by the defendant on the day of poisoning? As you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means if you had really seen this apron before... Yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front. Oops. Witness! You can't just oops your way out of this! Well, looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. Listen, Trey, here's this. On the day there was only one waitress in the midst. Now being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird. Exactly. When that one waitress put the poison into the coffee cup, this old guy was watching. I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you say you remember seeing. Very well, let's test just how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victim. He was another of those pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand and a noisy projector thrusting his pages. The young man was listening to the wireless, I remember that much. Then the servant girl in question brought over the Javicino. Little Fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. The test one you have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. Seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail. Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything. I'm gonna handle this now. I need to do one thing. I just need to prove that this old and the odd man's memory shot. Just check him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cool? I suppose that's what I do best. There we go. Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory? I know. There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you, nothing. If there's anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song. Dare tell us where this is going, Drag? According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left. Ah, what is this, kindergarten? I would like the court to please take a look at this. That's the cup the victim used, correct? Yes, and on the rim, you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips. Yes, there was a stain left by the coffee. If you consider where the stain is, you can clearly see. And the victim was holding the cup in his right hand. But how? Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the epic pigeon song. Ah! Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think... Wait! If you think I'm gonna stand there and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong. I don't care about that dirty coffee cup, I know I saw. You still insist on your testimony? That young man was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but... Sure, why not a little more? Mr. Kudo! But this is my 16th cup of coffee, so this is your final stand. Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor. Left hand to right hand. Allegro! Do people even use these in the real world? HDTV, DVD, CD, all these newfangled letters drive me mad, but they don't matter. I know what I saw, I'm telling the truth. It's true, he doesn't seem to be lying. And those are facts, in good or black and white. Was he? So the victim was wearing a HMD. HDTV, CD, DVD, what does it matter? None of them actually, but anyway. And you're sure that he was wearing the earpiece on the same side? No question, I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. Yeah, that's pretty obvious if we look at the floor. On the opposite table, he doesn't have a view of the side of the victim's head. Ah, shit, give me the skipper down far. It seems you kept an eye on Mr. Glenelg. It was getting on my nerves. Rushing out newspaper and fiddling with his earpiece all the time. Then he went and made all that fuss, dying from one sip of Javicino. I wanted to say to him, calm down, you young man. Just looking at him made me suddenly speed up my CD. Could have choked. By taking the victim with a walking board of nervous energy. The earpiece you mentioned, which hand did the victim touch? You're one of those people, aren't you? You're the type that uses your left hand to get things out of your right pocket. Hey, I'm left-handed, mate. What fastens your left cuff of your right hand? I'm ambidextrous when it comes to many things, but writing is not one of them. My mind's messy enough without... And when the tour guide says, on your right side, you'll see the famous blah blah. You're the only one who deliberately looks left. Well, aren't you? No, wait a minute. Obviously you used the hand on the same side of his body that the earpiece was in. Ow, ow, ow! So if he had the HMD on his left side, then it was his left hand, I guess. You seem very sure of yourself, Mr. Kudo. That's because I know I saw, no matter what tricks you try to play on me. Looks like you really did. Shit. Nope. Nope. I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there's something very strange about your observations of the victim. What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD. No question, you can look me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, no doubt. You only see outside of his head from where I was sitting. I don't think so. Well, what did you say? You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo, but the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Traces of medication for his condition were found in the ear canal. That's right, it's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear, but he couldn't even hear in that ear. Is that true, Captain? It is. Pigeon! Penny pigeon! Order! 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 This witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind. He claims the victim is wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Gordon, a single drop of milk is all it takes. And there's sure the pure black magic in the cup. This old man, here's my drop of milk. Captain, are you calling me a drip? Impossible. The witness, as I testified on numerous counts, and the victim died immediately after taking a full sip of the coffee. I think you're fine. It is relevant. Sadly, Mr. Gordo, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory was credible. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless. I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I am satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court. But to be frank, his testimony is a farce. Did you have to be so frank? Take that, you pumps. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo. You can't reach me from there. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That is all for now. This court is adjourned. Wait! Please stop now. Why does that leave me? Leave you, Mr. Kudo? Thanks to that blue suit young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dye his teeth or close his eyes down. That's your bad memory, my fault. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do. Is that all? Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. You're doubting me again? You're doubting a poor, defenseless old man? No, we are not doubting you, Mr. Kudo. Didn't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick? Yeah, so what, probably. That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy. Vase, you see? Yes, there are vases on the table, on all the tables in that place. The accident's waiting to happen. They're practically begging to be knocked over. Well, he was right about there being vases. I do remember seeing them too. Something more, you mean? Yes, it splashed me on the knee as well. You said you were sitting at the table across from the victim, correct? And yet the water still wanted to splash onto you? It won't really make it all the way across to the other side of him. You mean the vase on the victim's table falling upside down and breaking? The vase turned upside down, and my testimony is turning this case upside down. It's a joke, I just wanted everyone to hear it. What do you think, Captain? I'm impressed by your ability to waste time. Yoda hasn't raised any objections for a while. Sorry, you young sharp, without a scrap of information, I'm going down to gauntlet. I lose this one, I'll take it like a man and admit defeat. The court generally prefers if witnesses assure themselves, Mr. Kudo. Noisy brat, I'm warning you, I'm more savage than a macho man right now. Info. Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene. So what? Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact. Lost your tongue, Granddad? bailiff is going to witness our courtroom. Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked, and I'm still not in a position to deliver a verdict. Well, of course he is. I think it's safe to say from the unlimited penalty. Now he's taking traits from him. Now he's been reading Von Karma's guide to cheating your way to a guilty verdict, to a perfect win streak.